hope you guys are doing well. Today I'm back with my first video of my summer series, and this is going to be a summer foundation routine. Now, I did a foundation routine sometime in the beginning of the year. I think actually it was my first video of 2014. And to this day, that is my most viewed video here on YouTube. And I just want to say thank you guys to all those who have watched my video and were inspired by it and enjoyed watching how I cover up my acne. But as it got warmer, I tried to use the same foundation, which was the CoverGirl 3-in-1 foundation. But I just found that it was too thick for my liking for the warmer weather. And one thing that I was looking for when looking for a new foundation was I wanted like a lighter consistency, but also the same coverage because I do suffer from a lot of acne scarring. And I don't know if you can tell, but I do have a couple active breakouts, and so I'm still suffering from acne, and I still wanted something that was going to be great for the summertime. So I found the L'Oreal Paris True Match Super Blendable Makeup Foundation. This has an SPF of 17, which is really wonderful because where I live, it's scorching hot and the sun is always really bright. So it's nice to know that I'm still continuing to protect my skin even though it's very hot. So if you guys want to see my summer foundation routine, let's go ahead and get started. So this is my natural face. Well, I do have my eyebrows and my eye makeup done, but that's because I didn't want to look like a naked mole rat, you know what I mean? But this is my face without any foundation on it, and as you can tell, I do have a lot of acne scars. So the first thing that I want to mention that I didn't on my original foundation routine, which will also be linked down in the description bar below, is that I have oily to combination skin. So what that means is that I get really oily, like especially on my T-zone, but when I break out, my acne scars tend to dry up and I do get dry patches all over my face, and I tan really weirdly, like on my forehead. That's the first to tan. So my forehead is usually darker than like the rest of my face, but the rest of my face is very light, as you can tell right now. Another thing is that I get acne mostly on my cheeks, and I think that's because I always touch my cheeks, so that's a problem that I still am working through. So I think I talked about my skin a little bit too long, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I do is I moisturize my lips, because by the time I'm done with my face and I let it set, I'm like ready for my lips, and usually my lips are really dry. So I'm just using Carmax, and this is just like the liquid one. So the first thing that I use is my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel, and this is my holy grail, especially for the summertime. And during the summertime, it's just really nice and just very refreshing. So I just dab that all over my face, and then I rub it all over. And I also like to drag that on my neck because the neck ages the fastest, so you might want to, if you don't want a saggy neck, moisturize your skin. So I let that sit for a couple seconds, and then I am going straight to my foundation. So for the summertime, I found that this foundation works really well. This is the L'Oreal Paris True Match Super Blendable Makeup. One thing I wish this had was a pump, because sometimes I feel like I'm using too much or just too little. So I feel like if you have a pump, it evenly distributes the product. So what I do is I put my middle finger on top of the thing and I just shake it like this. And then there's product on my finger, and then I just dab that all over my face. So I focus where I have the most acne scars, and I just dab that all over my face and a little on my nose, on my chin, and then just a little on my forehead. But I do focus it mostly on my cheek area because that's where I have to have the most coverage. And then I just smear it because I find that that's the easiest to blend. Now I know I look really funny, but now I'm going to be using my Real Techniques. This is the Expert Face Brush, and this I find is the best for this foundation to blend out the foundation. So what I do is just blend it away, and don't forget your neck as well. And you always want to blend into your hairline so that it looks more natural. And as you can tell, it covers it really nicely. Okay, so I do want to mention I look like an absolute ghost in the viewfinder. But I want to say that since there's SPF and I'm under hot lights, it can look really weird. But as soon as this sets, it looks really natural. Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes and my foundation has finally set. So now I'm going to add color back into my face, which is like the weirdest girl logic ever, but what can you do? That's what girls do. Hey, that rhymed. Yeah. Okay, let me stop being weird. Alright, so for my go-to bronzer, I always end up using the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. This one is in Sunny. This is just a matte bronzer. So what I do is just I get like an angled contour brush. This is from Sigma. It's the F40 brush. And I like to contour my temples. And then on my cheekbones, which I don't even have, but we can fake it. And I don't normally do this, but whenever I feel like a little fancy, then I just do that. Okay, and then for a little bit of a glow for my face, I like using the Milani Baked Blush. This is in Luminoso, so it's called Luminoso, so it's like illuminating. So I just use the same brush, I know, lazy girl problems, and I just apply that on my cheeks. And I smile, and I just do it like where my chubby cheeks are. Just like so. So since I mentioned that I do have insomnia, I tend to get bags under my eyes. So my perfect cure for that is my L'Oreal Paris True Match Super Blendable Crayon Concealer. I just realized that this and this are from the same line. Guess I'm really liking L'Oreal this summer. So I just love this because one, it's really brightening and it's just really creamy. So I just apply that where my bags are. So not only do I like it because it conceals the dark circles, but I find that this is like the perfect concealer to brighten up my eye circles as well. Like I said in my previous foundation routine, I just kind of blend it like I'm wiping a tear away, and then I kind of highlight like this area of my face. But then I also just blend it back out. So to make sure that it isn't too bright, because sometimes I feel like concealers, when you put it under your eyes, it makes your eyes smaller. I like to blend it with my foundation brush, so there probably is a little bit more foundation in here. So I'll just blend it together so that it looks a little bit more natural. So another thing that I want to mention about this foundation is that it gets very like glowy and kind of like in a bad way. It looks like you're really sweaty. So what I do is I usually just blot my face with a towel, but just to make sure that it doesn't go super like oily, I set it with a matte powder. This is the Maybelline Dream Matte Powder, and this one is in the color Beige Medium. I noticed though that this isn't selling like at my local Target anymore, so I don't know if they discontinued it, but this is like a really great setting foundation. So I just set it on my nose. I just basically just set it. So one of my favorite products of all time are the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. And these I find make my lips look like the Kylie Jenner lips that everyone is raving about right now. Since it's matte, it makes your lips a little bit more fuller and it looks more natural. So I'm just going to apply this. This is in the color San Pablo. So yeah, this is my final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this and thought that it was helpful. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And also, if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Yosabeth, and I do beauty related and fashion related videos here on YouTube. And I hope you'll subscribe so that we can be friends and I can share with you guys a few of my tips and tricks. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my other summer series videos. Bye!